The Solar System. Asteroids. Our solar system consists of 8 planets and 1 dwarf planet: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the dwarf planet Pluto. It also consists of the Sun, various moons, comets, and these little guys, the asteroids. Which leads me to question, how are asteroids formed? To find this out, we need to go back 4.5 billion years to the dawn of our solar system. Rocks and metal materials orbiting the Sun in outer space were pulled together by gravity, and they would collide. More and more particles would join together, and this would form a mass large enough to become known as a planet. From these collisions, smaller pieces of rock and metal were left to float aimlessly. That is, until they found each other. Asteroids were formed much like our planets were. Metal and rock particles would collide, however not as forcefully, and they would turn into asteroids. The reason some asteroids are not considered as planets is because of their size. Asteroids are known to be irregularly shaped due to the variations in brightness, however some have been known to hold a spherical shape. Scientists are keen to study asteroids as they believe they hold the key to discovering how the Earth was created. Jupiter's gravitational force disrupted the formation of planets, which left an array of unattached asteroids. This meant the creation of the largest asteroid belt, located between Jupiter and Mars. Although asteroids are not large enough to be considered planets, scientists have discovered that there are over 16 asteroids within the belt which have a diameter larger than 240 kilometers. The largest asteroid known to humankind is that of Ceres, which has reached around 1,000 kilometers in diameter and is now considered to be a dwarf planet. The second largest asteroid known is Vesta, which is 530 kilometers in diameter. In 2007, NASA launched a spacecraft named Dawn to reach the orbit of both Vesta and Ceres. In 2011, Dawn reached Vesta, where it stayed for 14 months, and on the 6th of March 2015, Dawn reached Ceres. This mission was the first to visit a dwarf planet and the first to orbit 2 distinct solar system targets. So, we know how asteroids are formed and where they live, but what are they actually made of? Most asteroids fall into 3 classes based on their composition. The carbonaceous type asteroids are greyish in colour and include 75% of known asteroids. They consist of clay and stony silicate rocks and inhabit the main belt's outer regions. The siliceous types are greenish to reddish in colour and include 17% of the known asteroids. They are made of nickel, iron and silicate materials and tend to inhabit the inner asteroid belt. The last type is the metallic type asteroid, which are reddish in colour and account for the remaining known asteroids. They are made up of nickel iron and tend to inhabit the middle region of the asteroid belt. Occasionally, asteroids will cross into the orbit of Earth and threaten a collision. A meteor is an asteroid which burns or vaporizes upon entry into the Earth's atmosphere, often seen as a shooting star. When a meteor breaks through the atmosphere and collides with the Earth, it is known as a meteorite. There are 2 classifications of meteorites, iron and stony. According to Charles Choi, the iron meteorites are made of 91% iron, 8.5% nickel, and 0.6% cobalt. The stony meteorites are made from 36% oxygen, 26% iron, 18% silicon, 14% magnesium, 1.5% aluminum, 1.4% nickel, and 1.3% calcium. On February the 15th, 2013, an asteroid entered through the Earth's atmosphere and collided with the town of Chelyabinsk in Russia. This was one of the most energetic events ever instrumentally reported. The BBC reported that 985 people had sought out hospital attention, with 2 of those being in critical condition. They also reported that the crater left by the 10-ton meteorite was 6 kilometers wide. An asteroid collision is one theory thought to have destroyed the dinosaurs some 65 million years ago. Scientists have identified more than 8,000 asteroids orbiting near the Earth. These asteroids range from very small in size to 34 kilometers long. It is thought possible that another large asteroid could collide with Earth and destroy it as we know it. This, of course, is not predicted to happen for some millions of years.